Well, good morning, how are you all doing? Pete here. It's Saturday morning, I think, oh no, something in November, 8th of November. Look at this, beautiful sunshine. It was pouring the rain early on and I'm on Betty Boo, funny enough, with the Himalayans in the shed in bits, because I'm sort of doing a overhaul on the Himi, sort of service and one thing and another. I had a new tyre put on yesterday. I've done all the chain, well I've done the chain and sprockets recently, but I've done put a new rear shock absorber. I've done the tappets and valves, and yeah, so she's still in bits. I've still got all the forks to do, and I'm going to do them this week, and then that'll be done, the Himalayan. So yeah, I'm out to meet, we're going to go for breakfast meet with the Los Perezosos. We might be going for a ride to Lou. We'll see what happens. I don't know how many's turning up. There's normally a few of us, so we're going to the checkered flag at Liskeard, so it's a bit my way for a change. And then possibly have a ride out to Lou after that. So yeah, I'm on Betty Boo, taking her for a little run out. It's good to get them to have a run out, to be honest. And if not, as long as there's no salt on the roads, I'm sort of happy to ride her really, because I can just wash her and give her a good clean. I wouldn't be using her if the road. Normally I'd use the Himalayan, to be honest with you. In the winter time, but yeah. Hope everybody's well. I watched the Ikema thing on YouTube, I think it was, from the Milan show at the Royal Enfield stand. I didn't go, obviously, I watched it on telly. I was a bit disappointed, all the hype about all these new models, and they've only done a reconfiguration really of the 650 Classic and made it this Bullet 650. But I don't know if it's going to be any different. I'm looking forward to having a look at it. Now, shall I get some fuel? Yeah, I'm alright, I should be alright, but I think I'm going to get a little bit, just put some fresh in. So I put some fuel in. I do put E5 when I can, so I don't know what other people put in their tanks. I mean, when on my motorbikes, I generally fill up with E5 if I can. I will put E10 in from time to time if there's no E5, and to be honest, I haven't noticed any difference. I might get a little bit better MPG, to be honest with you. That's the only thing I would say that I've really noticed. I wouldn't say it performs any better. That's just my own personal view. Beautiful day though, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's a little bit of a chill, it's not too bad for, what are we, sort of first week in November, going into the second week in November. You know, it's not bad at all, really. It's quite mild, actually, to be honest with you. I've been sort of contemplating about a new bike. I sort of jump about from one sort of choice to another, really. At one point I sort of think, well, I'm not going to bother, I'll just keep me two little Enfields. which I'm not going to get rid of either way. I'm not getting rid of the Himalayan. I'm not going to get rid of this at the moment. I can't see. I honestly can't see me selling the classic 350. But I would like a bike with a little bit more power for the longer runs and stuff like that, you know, be nice. So whether I get a newish one, which I could do. I mean, I really like the Trans Alp. I like the Honda NC 750X. I like the NT 1100s. I like the V-Strom 1050s. But yeah, I don't know really. But then I always said to myself that I want an old classic BMW, you know. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. That's just me. I had to go on my mate's V-Strom. He let me have a little ride on that. Only owned up the road and back, so, and that's a lovely bike, the 1050. And I didn't find that jerky. When I had the Kawasaki Versys, I found that very sort of jerky at the low speeds and stuff like that. Not that it was dangerous or anything, it was just like very snatchy on the throttle. And it sort of wants you to sort of give it some beans all the time. Right, what I'm going to do, I'll bring you back when I get to the checkered flag, or near there, and we can have another chat. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Bit of a nasty junction there, so what will come. Hey, you alright? There's you. Oh, knackered. Sorry?
Nice.
Yeah, it's got it out in the dirty weather. I don't like it.
No?
No. I don't normally. Well, I do bring it out in the bad weather, but. Not as much.
Take it, the handbrake's a bit dicky.
I'm not prepared to take it to work.
We're off, we're having a little ride out. I think there's about a dozen of us today, so there's quite a few. Yeah, it's always great to meet up with the chaps. Good to see a good turnout as well today. So we're just coming into Seaton now. I've got Nick in front, and in front of Nick I've got Steve, Exeter rider. Pete in front of Steve. Excuse me. Then in front of Pete, I think we've got, I don't know, who's in front? Oh, it's, yeah, it's Mick. Then we've got Warwick. Excuse me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of us. Right gang of bikers today. Hell's Fandangles. Alley, alley, alley! Go on mate, push them pedals. Good man, good man. I don't know if the DJI camera will pick it up. View across the beaches over there in the distance towards Rame Head. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Yeah, I got that word out again. Stunning. Wow, some views. Talked to someone the other day about this, about being out on a motorcycle or even on a cycle. When you're walking, you get to see so much more. You get to smell, you get to feel nature and look at it and see it more. In a car you don't often see it because you've got hedgerows, and once you're sitting in the car you do miss out a bit of it. You really do. So I've got some paragliders in front. Some views from up there on them paragliders, I'll tell you that. What a beautiful day. One thing we often talk about as a group, like we're all probably men of a certain age, shall we say. There's a couple of youngsters, but the rest of us are sort of pension age, just about, almost, or nearly there. And one thing I've noticed as I've got older, this is just me really, is your time's valuable. And that doesn't mean I'm going to die, hopefully not going to die, but you know, anytime soon. But what is valuable is getting out and doing stuff. If you first, you know, you never know what's around the corner. You know, you could become unwell or have problems with hips, knees, legs. We all get that sort of aches and pains. But I like to think, you know, I'm 65 now. I've probably got, I don't know, if I'm lucky, 10 years of riding, if I'm really lucky. I don't know. There's one in the group, the guy in front of me now. He's 76, I don't think you mind me saying so. 77 this year. We've got another guy in the group who's not this group today, but he's 82, I think. 84, might be 84, 85. He can do short trips, and you just don't know, do you? You don't know what's around the corner, really. So it's important whether you're out or walk. Keep moving if you can and do stuff, I think is important. But for me, getting out with these chaps occasionally, having a bit of a laugh, bit of banter, brilliant for your mental health as well. I think they're all going to go across the Talk Point ferry soon, so well, in a little while. So I'll stay with them for a while, and then I'm going to peel off and head back home. Because the wifey's not been too good, she's had a bit of a flu bug sort of thing. So I'll get back and take Mr. Stanley for a walk. This is Whitsand Bay on that right. should have brought a brew kit with me. I had a brew somewhere. Right, that's it about. We just stopped for a little while and then had a chat, and we'll be heading back now. A lot of guys are heading up to the Tor Point ferry because they live in the Plymouth area, sort of. So some of they're going over there, and there's a few others going over Dartmoor, heading back towards Exeter way. I'll leave them just down the road here and head off back home towards St Austell. Lovely, lovely morning. We've had breakfast, chat, nice ride out, nice bit of banter. views down here, look at that. Whitsand Bay. Paragliders, look, packing up there, it looks like it. That up there is a Napoleonic fort. Obviously not Napoleon's fort, but it was built in the Napoleonic times. I think it's still used by the military, the firing ranges and stuff like that, training. But I think it dates back to Napoleonic times, I think. I'm going to finish the video up here. Thanks so much for watching and all that good stuff. Thanks for all the support I get, and to all the subscribers and that, and